Hi everyone, today at Passenger Terminal Expo I am joined by Gertjan Bluemink, the Business Development Director at Schiphol Group. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Nice to be here.
Thanks. So could you start by introducing yourself to the audience, please?
Yeah, so my name is Gertjan Bluemink. I work as a Business Development Director at Schiphol Group for the Aviation Solutions team.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And so what does your role mean for Schiphol Group?
So my role is aimed at basically driving collaboration between airports and some of our partners, startups, scale-ups. So the Aviation Solutions team is a team that works on commercializing some of the innovations that Schiphol built internally.
Yeah.
And we've learned that by commercializing and rolling it out at other airports, we can really learn a lot from it, from the other contexts, from running it somewhere else, and then feeding those learnings into the product team, making the product better, and really get that flywheel of acceleration going to.
Yeah.
And so to really drive collaboration, drive acceleration on these innovations. And that's basically my core responsibility for one of those products, for me to roll this out at other airports, learn from it, iterate on the software, iterate on the hardware, and get that flywheel going basically. So all airports benefit basically, and the passenger in the end.
Got it. And so how has business been going for the airport recently?
So really good. So I mean, looking at Schiphol wide, we had quite some challenging years in the past years, long waiting lines, lots of negative press. And so our busiest time of the year, the summer period, is going to start in the next few weeks. So from May onwards, it's going to be chaos. Or chaos is going to be very busy. It's not going to be chaos actually, because we're now very well prepared. And really back to our standards that passengers can expect from us. So we're going in it very confident. And so we're ready to earn back the trust from passengers, basically, because we lost a lot of that trust. And I think we're really gonna kick it and rock it this coming period.
So you've learned from previous years how to.
Yeah, we had staffing issues and on multiple levels things were going wrong, and when one thing goes wrong, everything can fall apart. And we took all those learnings, and we had a long time to prepare. So now we're just ready and back at it.
Fantastic. So how are you working with different stakeholders and parties to encourage collaboration and work towards innovation?
So basically we want to innovate, want to do new things and find the right partners that also want to innovate, want to try new things, are not afraid to think out of the box. So we look for the right partners, could be other airports. We really work closely with other airports, align on strategy, on innovation topics. We also work together with lots of startups. If they have interesting concepts, interesting knowledge that we don't possess as an airport, let's try something at Schiphol at a small scale, at a bigger scale, and try things and break things. So we really look for the right partner. Could be small, could be big, that really wants to innovate and work with us on revolutionizing the way we work. Quite some challenges ahead as airports, so there's lots of topics to work on in that aspect.
And does that apply the same with business as well, business development?
So at business development, I mean, we look for airports that, airports have lots of the same challenges, right? The same goals, same challenges, and most airports are not really competitors. So that's also why we think lots of solutions that, for example, Schiphol has built are very relevant to other airports as well. So that's why we're always looking for airports that are like-minded, that also want to move the same direction, have the same vision that we have. And those airports we're interested to get in touch with and start working on some of the solutions of aviation solutions that we roll out. To bring those to these airports, really collaborate on those, and together scope that roadmap and work together and make sure that this solution, this innovation is relevant now, next year, 5 years, 10 years. So really, those types of airports are interesting to us.
Of course. So you recently collaborated with Axicom to walk through how they provide and service passengers with reduced capabilities. Can you tell us a bit more about this project and how it came about and the partnership between Axicom and yourself?
Yeah, so Axicom is our PRM service provider, so they do the operational handling of PRM passengers, and the PRM passengers is a growing passenger group, globally. And also at Schiphol we are looking in ways how we can make it more efficient and also more flexible and more pleasurable for passengers, easier, more stress-free for the passenger basically. And with the European Accessibility Act coming up in 2025, there's quite some things changing for us. I was involved in part of the infrastructure side, so PRM call points and the infrastructure. And then some time ago we had the Week of Accessibility, where you could walk with the PRM agents for a day, which I did. Because I wanted to learn a bit more, not just the infrastructure side, but so how does the operation work, right? From A to Z, what are the learnings I can gather from the PRM agents? What are some of the frustrations that they have to work with every day? And also what are the frustrations and learnings we can gather from passengers? So for me it was very interesting to learn the wider set of work and processes within our wider PRM service. So for me it was just a learning experience to work with our service provider and see, okay, where can we improve and how can we help each other out to make the journey for the passenger that much better.
And so I think you've answered my next question, which is what has been the result of collaborations like this? It's just your broader
basically,
insight.
So the result is making the process more efficient because it's becoming a bigger and bigger group, so it's also becoming a bigger strain on our operation because we have more passengers that we need to move on cards, etc. So there are some challenges there, and also make it just more appealing and better for the passengers. So really trying to drive the experience, but also making it a bit more efficient because there is some challenges there as well.
Understood. So what would you say is Schiphol Airport's and the airports on Schiphol Airport, in fact, is passenger? What would you say is Schiphol Airport's passenger demographic, and what type of travel is the most popular?
So last year, 2023, we had around 62 million passengers, of which around 64% was on destination travel, and then the rest was transfer, so a little under 40% transfer passengers, and of that group, around 70% is leisure travel and 30% is business, approximately.
Right, understood. And as my final question to you, I'd like to ask, what is your business outlook for the future?
So when speaking from aviation solutions team's perspective, it's looking great. We're about to roll out some of our solutions to some airports worldwide in the next few months. So there's some exciting times ahead for us to really get that flywheel going. And also the conversations here at PTE really show that we are on the right track and we're doing the right things. So we're getting into some very exciting times for sure.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Gertjan.
You're welcome.